In this video, we will highlight the new Netflix series released in July and August 2023. These are new Netflix fantasy, comedy, and action thriller shows that you should add to your list of shows to watch. Number 10. The Chosen One. It is a fantasy mystery series directed by Aaronron. The story is about Jody, a young boy who unexpectedly discovers that he possesses supernatural abilities, similar to those of Jesus. To his amazement, he possesses the ability to convert liquid into wine, cause paralyzed people to get up and walk, and even revive dead people. Fortunately, everything changes when the community's authorities try to convince him to utilize his abilities to save humanity. However, Jody only desires to win over the girl he adores and face his enemies. But as the plot develops, Jody fights and ultimately accepts his fate, causing everything to be turned upside down when he learns the whole truth about who he is. Number 9. A Perfect Story. Is a romantic miniseries created by Cesar Benitez. The plot centers on Margot, who runs away from her own marriage and begins to grow disoriented. She is the successor of a hotel dynasty. Whereas on the other side, David must work multiple jobs in order to make enough to survive. David and Margot are from different backgrounds, but as the two of their paths cross, they try to help one another gain back the affection of their respective partners, but things get challenging after they learn how well they match one another. The story tackles themes like love, friendship, challenges, and familial bonds. But as the story goes on, it also examines a situation where two people are friends with benefits and the ending is fairly predictable. Number 8. My Dad, the Bounty Hunter. It is a sci-fi adventure series created by Everett Downing Jr. and Patrick Harpin. Before we discuss Season 2, here is a quick spoiler-free review of Season 1. The series centers on the adventures of Maddie, a young girl, and her father Terry, who is a bounty hunter. Together, they go out on bold expeditions to track down cosmic humans. Season 2 begins with Lisa struggling to keep her focus at school after viewing the expanse of the world while Terry quits up bounty hunting, but is captured by the bounty hunter, prompting Terry's wife Tess to embark on an extensive journey to locate and save her husband. The main plot of Season 2 involves a variety of themes, including friendships, family matters, power within the Empire, and rescuing the planet. The second season intensifies the breathtaking space battle scenes and includes a touching family reunion drama at its core. The series is enjoyable if you like animated sci-fi action and are looking for a fun spin on the bounty hunter theme. Number 7. Behind Your Touch. It is a supernatural mystery series directed by Kim Sik-yoon and Chi Bo-yoon. The show centers around Yibun, a medical professional with psychic skills who can read people's and animals' memories by rubbing their behinds, and Inspector Moon Jang Yael, a police officer who has been banished to a small village because of his violent attitude. Together, the two characters work to solve crimes in the community, forming an odd friendship. There have only been 4 episodes released so far, but I've found them to be fairly enjoyable. Number 6. Who is Aais Aaronron Carter? It's a crime mystery thriller series created by Lauren Schmidt-Hisrich. The narrative focuses on teacher and mother Erin Carter, who was living a peaceful lifestyle in Spain until a grocery store theft exposed her dark and brutal history. In the aftermath, Erin is now forced to fight to hide who she really is as she attempts to stay out of the spotlight while being questioned by the authorities for her acts of bravery, but finds that it is increasingly difficult as more dangerous adversaries approach her as a consequence of her deadly fighting methods, which raise concerns for which she is not to provide a satisfactory answer. Number 5. Painkiller. It is a limited drama series created by Micah Fitzgerman Blue. This show tells the tale of how the drug crisis in America was sparked by the well-known painkiller OxyContin. It's centered on businessman Richard Sackler, who used all methods necessary to market a product and gained millions of dollars. Meanwhile, investigator E. Flowers tries to track down the painkiller's perpetrator, while an OxyContin sales representative makes a fortune by persuading doctors to purchase a medicine they are unfamiliar with. People from all walks of life are given it by these doctors who had no idea about it. Each episode starts off strong by showcasing real people who have lost a loved one to OxyContin. It is the tale of family torn apart by drugs and an obsession with heritage. The show evaluates blame and how the authorities' institutions allowed Purdue and OxyContin to fester for so long with no oversight. Number 4. Mask Girl. It's a 2023 mystery thriller series directed by Kim Young-hun. The narrative centers on an office worker named Kim Mo-mi, who has always wished to be a famous celebrity, but has been stopped from doing so due to the way she looks. Later, feeling self-conscious about her appearance, she makes the decision to work as a hidden online celebrity at night to gain the fame and money she desires. But her new obsession quickly turns into an absolute nightmare, bringing her down a difficult path that includes murder, punishment, and revenge. The show starts out as a grimly humorous social satire, develops into a tale of vengeance and ultimately becomes dramatic mayhem in its closing episodes. Additionally, the plot is neither a standard murder riddle nor typical vengeance, which is what makes the series so thrilling. Number 3. Guns and Gulaabs. It is a 2023 crime thriller series directed by Raj and DK. This story is set in the violent and crime-ridden environment of the 1990s and tells the story of an honest cop who becomes frustrated with his boring life and decides to make some additional cash and rise in his career. However, things do not go as planned, and he is forced to engage with strange lawbreakers and finds himself tangled between two opposing groups competing for an attractive deal from the narcotics cartel that demands providing a sizable amount of drugs within a month. The mystery surrounding the deal is eventually unraveled as local gangs work to maximize the illegal creation of drugs for the purpose of satisfying a client. Number 2. Ragnarok. If you haven't watched this one yet, you're really missing out on one of the best Netflix offerings ever. The show's major themes center on Norse mythology and gods, and viewers get to experience a contemporary interpretation of popular Norse gods like Thor, Loki, Odin, giants, and many others. The story takes place in a small village in Norway that is suffering from a changing climate, and inhabitants are clueless about the presence of ancient Norse gods there. The series chronicles Magnus' journey as he learns his connection to Norse mythology and the approaching war among giants and gods. The show's creative fusion of Norse mythology and modern storytelling is elegantly complemented by its magnificent scenic location, great performances. While you might not agree with how some narrative points were handled, Ragnarok contains a lot of excellent aspects, including a fresh viewpoint on folklore, ancient stories, and supernatural bits. Number 1. Missing the Other Side. It's a fantasy thriller series directed by Min and Hong. This fantasy series' second season ended on January 31st, 2023. Likewise, for those who are new to the show, the story is set in an enigmatic village where ghosts exist. The story follows Kimwook, who defrauds people to steal their cash. But after an incident with a few nasty guys, he is summoned to Do in village where deceased people roam. What's intriguing is that Kimwook can see these villagers even though they are invisible to the outer world, and he ends up working with them to figure out the secret of the Mortus of banished people and the hunting spirits. In Season 2, Wook is once again drawn into the mysterious new mystery, which begins by the arrival of a young man whose presence sets off an array of incidents that change his life in ways he never expected. The second season skillfully builds on the groundwork established by the first, paying tribute to the elements that have led to the show's enormous success. Thank you for watching this video, and do subscribe our channel to see more videos related to movies and series suggestions.